on EA Sports. They begin with a run by Smith, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Detroit!
Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for a right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set! 319! 319! All right, now look at
A first down carry for Smith. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Nice gain of 21 yards. An update from Denver. It's the Raiders with the early lead over the Broncos. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rosen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, in bounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work out? Maybe someone were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Scott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So 1:56 to play in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
To throw is Rosen. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 1st down, Scott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Try to get the run game going. Here's Smith. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He's going to get it running right. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. They go play action here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. The kidder here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on 1st down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An update from down in L.A. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Crawford. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He's going to launch this thing. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Pass for 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On second down now, Scott. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, here's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. Still going. They can't stop him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Here's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ricky Seals-Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's up and good. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
A handoff to Smith. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Scott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the 49ers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.